A few months ago, Stephanie Grimes' office in Anderson, Indiana, was packed with harm reduction supplies used to run her county's syringe exchange program.
The items that were used absolutely the most were these three. The rinse water, the tourniquet, and the alcohol swabs are the three things that were used most often.
Madison County began its exchange in 2015 after drug-related hepatitis C cases began to rise. As the county health department's public health coordinator, Grimes was one of the employees heading up the program.
I mean, we didn't have any opposition initially. So, jump 2 years to now, when all of a sudden it's a problem, I mean, it was shocking.
Almost overnight, her work changed dramatically. So Madison County, where we are right now, was one of the first Indiana counties to legalize a syringe exchange program, but it also became the first one to shut theirs down. The county council in the summer pulled funding for the program, and it was shut down immediately.
By the time it was over, it was no money appropriated, you cannot accept any donated items, and by the way, no salary tied to running this program. So that's how they pretty much tied my hands that night.
Grimes says the county was originally really supportive of the program, so she was surprised when residents in Anderson started coming forward with concerns about the program bringing more drug users into the community and kids finding discarded syringes in playgrounds and parks and other public spaces.
They, in good conscience, could not fund a program that was in essence illegal. So that's what it came down to. Enabling and legality.
Syringe exchanges have always been controversial. Science backs up the claim the programs reduce transmission of blood-borne diseases such as HIV. Even so, exchanges didn't become popular until opioid use started fueling disease in states such as Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. In response to the crisis, states began legalizing the programs. And in late 2015, the federal government partially lifted its ban on funding syringe exchanges. The Madison County program was primarily a mobile exchange.
My coworker and I would ride around and meet people, and we would schedule them to meet. Okay, I'll meet you at this corner at this time, and 15 minutes later it'd be at the next corner.
The exchanges do more than allow participants to swap dirty and potentially disease-ridden needles for clean ones. Grimes says she kept track of vulnerable participants' health and well-being. She provided them with harm reduction kits, helped sign them up for health insurance, look for jobs, and, the holy grail, enter addiction treatment when they were ready.
I'll just open up hepatitis.
As time went on, her job became more about navigating requests from a community getting more and more concerned about the implications of what she was doing.
We feel like all of the complaints that were made, we were striving to, okay, take the cooker out, put the cooker in, take the tourniquet out, sharps container, translucent sharps containers, working on the return rate. You don't want us to give out, we were giving, there was a problem with how many needles they felt like we were giving. We even backed that down. We were trying really hard to accommodate all of the requests.
Grimes would go into places where addicted people were known to hang out, hoping to help.
We came down here and left a bunch of cards.
We even found an old one.
So look, there's one of my cards. See it? Right here.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, there it is. That's my card, yep. Syringe exchange. Mm-hmm.
So the county council voted to defund the syringe exchange, but that doesn't mean another nonprofit can't come in and fund one themselves. Stephanie Grimes has been looking for a private organization that might be interested in running a syringe exchange here in Madison County. There are other syringe exchanges in danger too. In October, another Indiana county, Lawrence County, decided to shut down its program, and tensions remain high in still others as more are due before county governments for renewal. After Madison County voted to defund its syringe exchange, Grimes started making calls immediately.
No, I was looking. I was looking because I wanted it to continue. It needs to continue with 550 people who are actively using this program, and then just to shut them off.
She says one nonprofit is close to making a decision on whether or not it wants to run the program. She can't say who it is, but says more information will be available in the new year.
I got a text. Is it back up yet? So yeah, they're still coming.
No.
Yeah.
In the meantime, she's forced to turn away people who are used to depending on her.
somebody would walk in and not know the program had been discontinued, and they would have their dirty container, and I would say, well, I can't give you clean ones because the program has been shut down, so I can take those. And they would say, no, you can't have them because I'm going to need to reuse them.
Ultimately, she says, as long as drug abuse and disease is happening in Madison County, she has a responsibility to keep fighting.
We certainly do not want to be the next Scott County. We do not want the CDC and news media camped out at our front door and the feds calling the shots in our own community. We don't want that. We want to be able to take care of our people.
To see more videos from this series on the front lines of a drug crisis, follow us on Facebook. Side Effects Public Media is a reporting collaborative led by WFYI in Indianapolis. Our partnership includes KBIA in Columbia, Missouri, St. Louis Public Radio, Illinois Public Media, WOSU in Columbus, Ohio, and WNIN in Evansville, Indiana.